Now, if you're watching this on an HD computer monitor, you're going to be able to see the brass tube. It starts to shine. The reason for that is because there's a bright light shining down from behind, and the light just bounces off the top of the brass tube, like a mirror. Anyway, if you're watching this on your cell phone, well, thanks for watching. Okay, let's look at the other end. I think we did a good job this time. I'm going to set it up here as though we had put wood on this brass tube. Obviously we didn't. So it would go something like this. This is just barely going to make it here. Now here is what this is for. Oh, telephone, be right back. Okay, anyway, here's what this bushing is for. The idea is that I'm supposed to turn this down, this end to this bushing, this end to this first bushing, and then afterwards you would take this off and just round the end over here just a little till it got down to this bushing. That's the idea. It's kind of a cute idea, but I don't think a person really needs that. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, we do not need this. I'll get that later. I don't know why it is I seem to have this need to share everything. Anyway, that phone call was from the same person as when I was videoing a couple of months ago and the phone rang. It was my mom. She's about 2,000 kilometers from here. She's not doing well. If she doesn't phone me, I phone people in her building to go check on her. And fortunately, that hasn't happened yet. And every evening, I phone her. If she doesn't answer, I get people to check. And once again, fortunately, that hasn't had to happen. Now I like to have as much of this thread into the mandrel saver as possible. The reason being is it less chance of damaging the thread, and also just makes it a little bit more steady. So I go all the way as far as it'll go, and I'll back it off, an 1/8 of an inch, shove this all the way in, bring this up, and we'll just lock this down. Now, I realize I don't need these Horkin big wrenches for this, so I have to be careful not to tighten it too tight. Now, I know I'm acting like I've done this before, but this is actually the first time. Might be the last time if I lose my Allen wrench. Okay. That should be tightened into place. Now we'll just snug up this nut here. Well, I think we're ready to turn. Okay, I can sort of see what they're trying to do here. They want you to keep this pretty much the same diameter as this so that it's more balanced, be a little bit more pleasing to the eye. Now there's one more thing I also want to check here. Normally this bushing would go right here, but it's the same, doesn't make any difference. Okay, now we're ready to turn. I'll get rid of this plexiglass shield once I get the corners turned off, and I'm sure that pieces aren't going to be flying back at me. Of course, there's never any guarantee. What you're not seeing me do here is I'm taking out about 20 minutes and I'm resharpening my scrapers. I have found with acrylic, more so than with wood, the sharper the scraper, or whatever you use, the better it works. Well, two things I guess you happen to notice. First of all, my tailstock wasn't clamped down and it slowly worked its way back. And the second thing was the dust collector hose wasn't connected all the way here to the lathe. Yep. Okay, anyway, I think we're down almost as far as we want to go here. Just a little bit more. And now I've got the plexiglass shoved back. We should be able to see this a lot better. I think I've got the basic profile except for the right end, just about right. I can also see where they have the word silver in it. I can see where this is going to actually shimmer quite nice once I've got it right up to 12,000 grit micro mesh. I think that'll give me enough room to turn this down. Just double check and make sure I got that tight enough here now. Yeah. Well, I guess you all noticed that I touched my bushing here with the corner of the scraper. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to resharpen that now for sure. The rest I'm going to do with sandpaper. Quit while the quitting's good. Now this feels quite lumpy. So I'm going to start out with 150 grit just to take the lumps off. Then I'll quickly switch to 220 and I'll just keep going until I'm right up to 12,000 grit micro mesh. So I'll show you the 150 and I'll show you the 12,000. And I don't think you want to be bothered watching everything in between. I really don't think I can improve on that by using the plastic polish. I like the way that silver kind of has that shimmering effect. That's kind of nice.
Well, my fellow woodworkers, tomorrow we press.